Innovation has always been the forefront of architecture, to transform reality and create new typologies that enhances human life. We were tasked to apply agricultural properties and develop ideas to be applied on an architectural context. The way I approached this challenge, though, was to try to apply the idea of a biological mutualism amongst the architecture and the agriculture, so that I am able to synthesize and create an interesting typology in relation to the people and to the site. The site is located in the cornermost part of the village in Bacolor, Pampanga. As it seems, the village isn't the most well maintained, with the vast, unoccupied land being used as small personal farms by most of the residents. As uninteresting as it seems, what I found very unique in this site was the seemingly vast amount of bananas and trees all around the 50-meter radius. Visually, this shows the existing culture of the site and probably the effects of the pandemic to the people. The essence of the building is divided into three parts: the agricultural innovation, the historical references, and the material and culture. Starting with my attempts to produce an innovative idea, I wanted to use both of the most overproduced products in the village, which were the banana plant and the vast amount of plant waste. You see, the yearly trimmings of these overgrown grass and the falling dried leaves lead to them just being burned in piles, which is not always the best way to dispose these materials. Alternatively, the banana plant also produces a lot of waste, so I thought that I'd find a way to use them. With the adequate research for the capabilities of these banana plants and plant waste, I've found a way to synthesize both materials. I've researched on inventive ways to plant bananas, which led me to the banana circle, which in the middle contains compost, which feeds its circular vicinity. The banana is divided into its leaves and its flowers, which are not really the expected products, so these side products could be transformed to treat water in its respective ways. The flower provides tea for consumption, while the leaves radiate polyphenols for hydrotherapy. The idea for the uses of plant waste came into fruition when I came across this idea of transferring heat generated by the compost piles using pipes founded by John Payne. I've implemented the use of copper pipes in my limited knowledge of computers to efficiently transfer as much heat through the evaporation and the condensation of a special liquid all throughout the system, which mimics the idea of a hypocaust founded by the Romans to heat their public baths. This led me to the typology of a bathhouse, influenced by various historical and local references. The bathhouse throughout history has a community-forming function that strips its users of their social distinctions. So with my target stakeholders being adults transitioning to old age, it seems that the bathhouse with the design party can unlock a certain kind of spiritual and internal wellness that connects the people to nature. In the past and even till now, with the transitioning methods of the creation of sugar, the Filipinos have reused their kawas to create small hot baths for themselves. And by implementing historic ideas such as the Roman baths and the Jewish mikvahs, I am able to create another layer of history built around the idea of spirituality. With all that being said, the design depended on the creation of multiple banana circles and their respective heatsink technology. The design started with the simple base, as it's divided into multiple 3x3 bases. Load-bearing walls were identified as the roof mimics the base design. These roofs are connected to their respective load-bearing walls and extruded into undulating forms to create various spatial conditions. These spatial conditions contain and release space to be able to create an expressive narrative as you go through the space. Each load-bearing walls and their cantilevered roofs were designed to specifically create a sense of condensed interiority, that the walls are independent from each other. The plants show various program sets into this typology. The idea is to create a seamless form that harnesses the same intensity of its surroundings. This extrusion from the ground seems that it celebrates the banana as a plant, which dictates the language of the facade. Lastly, my idea is to implement rather humble materials was an automatic choice when choosing my materials, which vividly is based on the bahay na bato houses. With the use of various forms of raw concrete, we understand our roots as a country that relies on raw materials as part of the local economy. Hard labor-intensive work is needed because people need jobs, as we try not to replace people with machines. I am able to humble the space so that I could keep the essence and the idea, which is the modified banana circles, as the focal point. I am able to avoid the advanced building materials to remain grounded and cohesive to the site. The bathhouse combines agricultural innovation and the ideology of architecture and the feeling of culture and history. I believe that beautiful things do not ask for attention, and hopefully this building conveys the same idea.